Jim starting order, Robin 1, Steven 2, Jim 3, Chuck 4, Mikey 5, Joe at 6. Marshals are ready, drivers are ready. Get a good clean run. We're going to get Rob going on the tone. The rest of you when I call your name. Steve, Jim, Chuck, Mikey, and Joe. All right, guys, remember racing the clock, time to beat 19 out of 5:01. Ooh, Jim turned down a heater first time through, 15.8. Oh, and Joe Lintek traction rolling. Caution on straightaway, caution, and it's clear. We got one down, 4 to go, guys. 1 down, 4 to go. Run, go to Rob, Steve, Chuck, Jim, Joe, Mikey. Fastest lap on the track so far is out of Joe Lintek with a 15.24. They start talking about him and then he wrecked. That bumped him all the way down to the number 5 spot. Rob out in front looking to better his time. His drama faster than TQ Base currently. 19 on a 5 flat. Steve 19 on a 5.06. And Chuck 19 on a 5.0. Ooh, Jim giving Chuck the bump down to the number 4 spot. Jim Face 19 on a 5.07. Closing the gap on Steve. 4/10 of a second separating Jim and Steve. And we are 2 down, 3 to go there. 2 down, 3 to go. The running order right now is Robin 1, Jim 2, Steve 3, Chuck 4, Joe 5, and Mikey in 6. Oh, caution's being straightaway, and it's clear. Getting a little tangled up there. Joe Lintek still hanging on that back lap, 15.04. Almost breaking into the 14. And the guys racing the clock, fast and driving, just give them a little bit of breathing room. Moving right along, Rob still on a faster than TQ Base, 19 on a 5 flat. Battle on the track right now between Steve and Jim, 1.9 seconds separating the two of them. Ooh, Joe Lintek starting to creep up on Jim, 0.14 seconds separating Jim and Joe. Oh, caution in clear, and it's clear. Hey Joe, there's a corner there. 3:30, 1:30 to go, 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. Rob still out in front, falling off his TQ pace, 19 on a 5.02 now, time to beat, 19 on a 5.01. Now let Steve catch up a little bit, 3 seconds between Rob and Steve. Ooh, Jim closing the gap on Steve, 1.6 seconds between Steve and Jim. 0.2 of a second between Jim and Chuck. Ooh, Joe giving Chuck the bump down to the number 5 spot. Joe now on 4. This is a pretty good run, guys. They ran pretty close. 45 seconds to go there, 45 seconds left on the master clock. Joe Lintek still hanging onto that fast lap. 15.04. Rob just a bit slower than his previous TQ time, 19 on a 5.01.7, time to beat 19 on a 5.01.4. Rob starting to pull away from Steve a little bit, 3.8 seconds separating Rob and Steve. Joe though coming up from the back. Only 7/10 of a second behind Steve. Jim, 9/10 of a second behind Joe. And Chuck, 3 seconds behind Jim. Remember, guys, give the faster driver a little bit of breathing room. Doesn't take much. And that is the master clock. Will be done when I call your name. Rob, you're done. Steve, you're done. Jim, you're done. Joe, you're done. Mikey and Chuck, you're done. All right. Joe Linchak moving up into that number 2 spot, just barely beating Steve by 0.05 of a second.